Hey guys, welcome back to the Myles Show. It's your boy. I'm not a boy, I'm a man. Anyway, welcome to the Myles Show. My name is Kasyoka Raymond, otherwise known as Kasyoka Fuego. I'll change my AKA though, because I'm burning, I'm in flames, Yeah, so welcome back to the Myles Show, Season 2, Episode 1. I'm so elated to be here, man. You guys don't even know, man. I'm about to shoot my shot. Anyway, yeah, so my name is Kasyoka. Content creator by day. In the afternoon, a lawyer. So if you need me to bail you out, I won't. Not unless you have money, you pay me. Anyway, yeah. So I'm so happy to be here. Proud enough to be your guest today. Not that much pride though, because pride comes before a fall. But I'm so happy. I'm so happy to be here. So ready to make you guys understand so many few things. So enjoy. Karibuni sana.
Right, bro. Thank you for coming, bro. Yes, you're psych, bro. Sindio? Yeah. Thank you for coming. Today I wanted to involve you in a very interesting topic of which I saw that you are very fit for it. Because like nowadays the way the technology is, lifestyle, everything is on social media. We use social media every day. A day can never end when you've used your social media. So today I want us to talk about social media addiction, bro. And I want you to enlighten us with what social media is, addiction rather, and then we see how we can control it and be able to, enjoy social media without, being addicted to it, okay? So first and foremost, my bro, what is social media addiction?
Social media addiction. So here's the thing. You see, like the way you can get in the morning and fail not to have breakfast, yeah? Like, because your body will feel some type of way. That's addiction, basically. So we're all addicted to breakfast. Some of us are addicted to tea, coffee, or soya. SDA guys, hello. So yeah, to me, social media addiction is more of a behavioral characteristics where just want to expound kidogo. A characteristic where you can't stay without logging into your social profiles, like say Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook. It's not sponsored. Sponsors. Yeah, so Twitter, Tumblr, Tinder is also social media. It's more of you can't go a day without you logging in and trying to get entertained. However, from this statement, it's more of a negative side. It's not more of the positive side of it. More of negative in the sense that it can actually change your behavior if you don't log into social media any day. As in, by the end of the day, utapata like you're probably dull, you're probably feeling lost. You feel like you need a sense of approval. You need something to take your mind off the reality of life. And at the moment, social media is more of faking it till you make it. And that's the most unfortunate part. And you instead of trying to draw a line between reality and entertainment, now that's where the rift comes. Because you'll end up saying, I need to just see. I need to see something. I need to balance myself out with something that's not realism. Basically, that's not me. Because you can't log into social media and just look at your profile. You obviously scroll through. So to me, it's more of a negative sense of behavioral change, and it really needs to be looked after. I think we even need rehabs for that right now. Unfortunately.
I can also add about social media addiction is the point whereby like you use social media so much that it has a negative impact in your daily routine. For example, let's say maybe you're supposed to be studying and then you find yourself through social media. I think that's also something like to talk about, social media addiction.
Okay, it's not about Kenyans only, but students are the people where when they need to study, they'll post it on status, someone IG I need to be studying right now. Bro, why do you post it rather than just go study? So just go study. Anyway, on a light note, man, don't kill me. Yeah. So, well, for me, it's more of a behavioral change. that from your normal routine, not really a routine really, but from your normal workings, you feel like social media has to be there, as in it must, and that's where we go wrong. We need to evaluate ourselves kwanza by day, because not most of us know that we actually have social media addiction. But from my point is, if you cannot use a kabambe for a day, then you have a problem. Yeah, because a kabambe basically is just calling, texting, receiving messages, receiving phone calls, or M-Pesa. I'll send my number down there. Yeah, or M-Pesa. If you can't use that in a day, man, you're lost. Because it's more of you're too much engrossed into seeing what the world has to offer. And sometimes even this social media is not that social. It's not that social to your media. You get me? Like, to things that you find exciting, like, it's not that social. And it shouldn't really be a part of your normal life. Yeah, because we have so much to do, bana. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Tumblr, Reddit can't be your normal day-to-day life. You can say that maybe you like delegate some time for it and all, but can you live a day without? Shaka. Yeah.
You see, whenever sometimes personally for me, sometimes I just keep off the phone, even if it's not for the whole day, maybe 2 hours, and the next time I'm on my phone, I feel energized. I feel like I'm me again. As you say, social media is fake, so sometimes you can be so addicted to that fake life, and then even let me ask you, why do you think social media is addictive?
Me, I feel like that's the only place most people run to when they're bored. Rather than having hobbies and improving on their talents, everybody is all about watching something. No. It's not a bad thing, yes. But the only problem comes in when you're used to it. Like, when you're bored, you just go on Facebook or Twitter. When you're feeling off, the only way you can excite yourself is just going on TikTok. When you feel like things are not working out, the only solace you could find is maybe Twitter. Changamka na matweet big wig spell. Yeah, as in I feel like that's the actual problem that we have to sort out, man. In as much as it can be hard, it's the only thing that we need to do at the moment, because if we dwell so much on social media, bro, it's gonna get messy. It's already messy as it is, Kwanza. Yeah.
That dopamine. Yeah, because like you see, there's so much. The social media is like a global village. You can know whatever is happening in a different country. You can know, you can follow your favorite celebrities, favorite athletes. So whenever you see, let's say you see your favorite person, that notification you get. Let's say even if maybe you have a crush somewhere. You have a crush somewhere, bro. Hey, okay. Anyways, G, you see, when you can get that notification, that excitement that you get, maybe from your favorite person, maybe someone you talk to all the time, you see that excitement. Actually, I saw somewhere written that social media, the addiction, how it feels, the thrill, it's almost similar to coke or cocaine. I've never tried, but it's somehow similar. So I think it's that thrill that makes it addictive, because if you can be happy for a little while or a long time, while using social media, and don't forget that we have Wi-Fi's nowadays. It's not all about bundles, and Wi-Fi, it's unlimited. You can use there's no limit to it. Okay? So I feel also that excitement, that thrill, also influences the social media addiction.
Because basically, your thrill. Wow, I almost went bilingual, but okay. Yeah, so Myles Show is international, so I have to keep up. So yeah, that thrill. The only problem is, why does it have to be that you have to be on social media to have that thrill? Why does it have to be that way? No, not necessarily. It doesn't mean if everybody is going left, you have to go left. Not that everybody is right-handed now. You have to just start writing with your right hand. Shout out to left-handers. Yeah, as in Myles mwenyewe kwanza. Yeah, as in it doesn't mean that if the masses are wrong, you have to also be wrong. You can also be right in your own way, and it will work out for you, So, for me, finding something as a substitute for social media is my utmost convenient. For instance, myself, most of the time when I log on to social media is when I'm promoting stuff, when I'm uploading stuff, when I want to probably get the news, when I want to probably get some entertainment, quote unquote. But if I can stay a day without social media, I'll focus more on doing things like, say, sprucing up like the house, cleaning, reading kidogo, playing video games. Video games are actually quite good by the way, and you can't say that video games actually have to involve social media in terms of like streaming and all that. I don't stream myself because I'm trying to get myself focused on the game, things like playing chess, a few things just to keep my mind busy instead of like just logging on and scrolling through Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, like just trying to minimize my usage for or the usage of my phone, because if I just take a hold of my phone, I'll definitely put my data on, because I can't just sit there and start scrolling through my gallery. Well, it happens, but most of the time when you take up your phone, if it's not a phone call or a text, you've put on your data, and definitely, where does data take you? To the internet. So you get me? Like, finding other things to do is more convenient. Yeah, you can actually even take a run, go to the gym, like Myles. As in like small things will make you enjoy life more than just having to sit down and look at your laptop, your phone, your iPad just to log on to something,
Yeah. So, everything we use or anything in this world or whatever, everything has an effect or an impact, let's say for example, if you're a musician, there's an impact like music does to you or to your fans. So also social media has a way that it affects us. So what do you think are some of the effects or social media brings to our lives or to you individually?
Well, I wouldn't say to me, because I'll start with I'll start generalizing it first. Unfortunately, social media addiction has brought us more harm than good. I'm saying this in the sense that everybody wants to fake a life, unfortunately, and nobody wants to work for it. No, that's you can fake the life, yes, but you can only fake it if you have the money to back it up and make it a reality. But if you fake a life and you don't want to work for the reality that you're expecting, it still remains fake. You'll still stay fake, like them Chinese phones. Anyway, not all phones are fake from China. Sorry, China. Anyway, you get me. Like, one of the effects is people don't want to work for what they are wishing for. What they can see online, they don't really want to work for it. No. Secondly, nobody wants to focus on themselves. Most of the people don't want to focus on themselves. Like, they'll see someone who has posted something online, then they'll be like, okay, so this guy is doing this guy is doing this, hey man, like that will be the talk of the time. Mostly, like, you'll hear, let me shout out to one person, not that I'm shouting him out or anything, but Edgar Barry. You'll just have everybody talking about, hey, you've seen Edgar Barry stories, no. How about you? What are you doing for yourself? For him, he's gaining from it. Like, he's doing adverts online and all that. He's doing online marketing. But for you, what are you doing with that information? What are you doing for yourself? What are you building for yourself? No. That's the most unfortunate part. Okay. Something else is peer pressure. Everybody is drinking a bottle of Henny. Everybody is drinking a bottle of Gicheru. Everybody is popping Bel Air. Well, you're out there popping other things, you're influenced into taking alcohol, taking drugs, just because you've seen someone taking it. now it means like, okay, let me do it too, And kitambo, probably you are confined, you are chitotola, but now just because you've seen like a product being advertised, which I'm not saying is wrong, but the only problem is the effect that comes with it, because not so many people have the values to keep themselves away from drinking responsibly or not drinking at all. So everybody want to have a drink, popping glasses, shaking asses. But it's the truth, yeah. And when alcohol is involved, so many things come into play, like irresponsible coitus, craziness, people doing crazy things online just because you're intoxicated. Sometimes when you have alcohol or you have drugs in your body, you don't really focus on thinking logically, so you'll just do something just because you've seen it happening. Yeah, those are some of the things like I find weird about social media addiction. Well, now let me narrow it down to myself. I only have one problem: pressure. Because everybody has dreams and wishes, and everybody wants to achieve them. The only problem is we need to work on trying to achieve those dreams and wishes, But sometimes we don't sit down and plan ourselves, like have vision boards. If I see a nice thing, we're all attracted to good things. I don't think anybody's attracted to bad things. So we have to also put our minds into working for the good things. So now for me, I found so much pressure on trying to achieve something with my timeline, I don't know my timeline, but I'm trying to force it to work out, which is a bad thing. And I'm really trying to slow it down. It's kidogo hard, but we have to live by trying, Yeah. Either way, as long as I'm trying, as long as I'm trying to fix it, I know it will work out. But that's the only pressure I get, pressure from, say, seeing nice cars, seeing a stupendous house, seeing lush grounds like where we are. Ambience, finding a good ambience for you to just chill, wanting the best in life. As in, your pressure is real. And one thing I know is the reaction is what matters, not the action. The reaction is what matters. So the action of me seeing will now give me the choice of how to react with myself, Yeah. How will I react to the pressure? Will I succumb to it? Will I work towards it? Will I try as much as I can to avoid it while still working towards my dreams? It's all about a whole play, but I just hope we'll get there. I hope I will get there. I hope you will get there,
As you've talked about how social media can pressure us to do stuff and all that, you just brought me to my other question, whereby we're gonna talk about how social media can cause addictive behaviors. For example, I believe that there's some things that you've learned through social media that maybe you're practicing right now. For example, let's say maybe just a positive, something positive you're seeing from social media. Let's say, for example, you're into cars, so you go online and search for about cars, and then you see how people are maybe designing cars. Sometimes I feel like you're talking about how people buy certain drinks in the clubs and all that. So you feel like such an example of addictive behavior that social media can cause. I feel like something like alcoholism can be brought about by from what you see from social media. For example, let's say maybe you follow certain role models that you like, and maybe they like drinking and all that, for example. Then you're like, okay, that's now where the pressure comes in. You got pressure from social media, pressure from your friends, because some of these things we learn through them. So again, so do you feel like social media can cause addictive behaviors? For me, I think so. It does. So do you think it does?
At the moment, I'm actually even addicted to cars. See car pets, any cars, like actual rides. Yeah. Anyway, but the only thing I can afford is a car pet. So at the moment, but anyway, we'll just have to pray to God and put the effort. Yeah, it actually can, because I can just sit and think about how the designer of Lambo felt like when designing an Aventador. and I can sit there for like about 10 minutes trying to figure out what was his inspiration. Some of them can be good, some of them are positive vibes, some of them are negative, but the most that comes from it is negative, because you would have put that effort and that time in doing something constructive rather than sitting there and just trying to figure out how people did things. Why don't you figure out how you will do things, Yeah, so some of them are actually quite nerve-wracking. Like one of the behaviors that I've seen, I've been able to see, is everybody wants the camera to themselves. Like everybody wants people to see them. Nobody has to see you, man. In as much as, yes, you can try your best, but nobody has to see you. There's so many people out here who are doing so much good to this country, but people don't know them, and that's a good thing. You don't have to be seen. If you want to be seen, yes, but be seen through a good eye, not a bad one. Be seen through your efforts in trying to make life better for yourself, for the people around you, for the society, rather than trying to be seen as a beer influencer. I mean, you can do that. I mean, if it brings racks to your table, why not? But try as much as you can to like simmer it down to moral behaviors. So you can get addicted to something moral, like something like praying. That's a moral thing. Well, to me, it's moral. I don't know about you, because I go to church. To other people, it might be off, but as long as you're doing the right thing, you can be addicted to good things. But as long as you're doing a good thing to get the good, you're doing a good action to get a good thing, then you're more of in the right side, But it all depends also, it trickles down to morality, Like so many people have different form of morals that you might find immoral, and what you might find immoral might be moral to them. So it's a whole different story. It's like a yin and yang. It has to like just combine at one point. But as long as we try as much as we can to fight those addictive behaviors, especially the bad ones, like alcoholism, like pornography is also is also a form of social media, because it's entertainment in a way, and you can comment. So if you can comment on something, it's basically social, because anybody can put whatever they want out there. What else? I'm trying to think. If maybe you're addicted to watching the Myles Show, cough. Yeah, that's actually a good thing. Yeah, so I mean, it's a whole 50-50 chance kind of thing, and I think the serious aspect of it is knowing how to balance your character with social media. Like how to what point are your morals telling you to focus on social media or not? No. To some people, it's a job every day, because squeezy marketing is just online and mostly on socials, because so many people are logged on at every minute right now. So many people are logged on, so that's what I'm saying. It's sort of like a 50-50 chance. You can get addicted to your job by the. Do you know that? Yeah, and probably it's something you love, and probably it's putting food on your table. It's getting you the bread, So I guess it's you trying to strike a balance between trying to get addicted or not. Finding other things that make you happy, that keep you engrossed in yourself, that make you enjoy life, that make you enjoy the reality of the matter, Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah.
So let me just ask you, bro, how much is social media too much social media?
That's a hard question. Yeah. Well.
Be able to answer that, I give you a fact.
How much social media is too much? I feel like to me, social media might be too much to me if I can spend more than an hour in it. And if it's not work, it's just entertainment, I think that's too much. Because first of all, my eyes, man. We're getting old. Every day, our eyes are dying. We need like something like blue lights. blue light sensors, like something that like to block the light, excessive light. We need to focus on like our hobbies, as in something that can put me away from the reality for a long while. For me, that's too much. Yeah.
Personally, I think if you spend for me, I think too much social media is too much. When maybe you spend like almost half. Let's say I think the minimum someone should, not the minimum, the maximum time someone should spend on social media is a quarter of a day.
A quarter of a day.
Yeah.
It's like how many hours? Say 6 hours.
Yeah, 6 to the high side, because you see, or rather, when you spend too much time, like well, most of us are adults, even kids have so much to do. For example, they have school, they have maybe sports, we have like a routine we have every day, everyone. Okay, so for example, if you take, let's say, too much time on social media when you should be doing something else different, then that's too much social media. Let me tell you something funny, and this was some famous celebrity whereby so many people love her so much. I was so shocked that she said she spends 1 hour, I won't say her name, 1 hour per day on social media. And that's actually not 1 hour, actually it's 30 minutes on Instagram. And she's very popular on Instagram, and she's very popular. Not Kenyan, but like she's famous, like she's. So you see, for her, you see, like one of these, these people we love, they spend little time on social media, and some of them even have a PA, personal assistant, someone who controls their social media managers. So I believe that if social media takes you out of your daily routine, what you should be doing, then that's too much. For me, I believe so. Yeah. For example, like most times I do the show, like right now the show. It's like before you guys came, and then I was using, like, say, my phone on social media, typing, hyping out. So that I believe that it's too much, because it's pulling me away from what I should be doing, and that's work. Because this is work to me. You see? Yeah, no, I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah.
Media, like you can get a large following. Just compare it to, let's say, days of our folks. There was the only social media there by then, which I am sure of, was MySpace, and the only point where you could get to MySpace is going to a cybercafe. And you trying to pull people, not so many people knew about MySpace, so this was for the select few. But as it is now, like most people have a smartphone. Like, say, half the world, everybody has a smartphone right now, and that smartphone needs data to like log on to social media. And the only way you can get people is by, like, say, the way social media influencers get their info on when to engage people is like when people are logging into social media at most. So let's say the algorithms and you post it on there. You get so many people watching your content because you've posted it out there. And now it being work for you means more pay, of course, more racks. So those are the positives, but the negatives are overshadowing the positives, and that's the most unfortunate part. So we really need to work with that with the economy.
So, because we've all been talking about how social media is so addictive and how social media addiction works, we have to also talk about how to prevent social media addiction. So, what do you have for us in terms of knowing how we can, control social media addiction?
Well, one of the things I can bring up is have a timetable, sort of. Not really a timetable, because everybody is reminiscent of school and nobody used to like school. Okay, well, yeah, most people never used to like school. So, yeah. No, I did. Yeah. So, I'd actually say have a routine, what's it called? Yeah, a routine schedule. Like, put it down. Tell yourself, I'll do this and this at this time. I'll do this and this at this time. You'll find yourself having to focus on what you should be doing, because That's the only way you can get by, like putting alarms, like having timers, especially timers. A timer will really be good enough, because say you're putting like an hour into your studying, putting like 10 minutes into like Twitter, putting like 10 minutes into like say meditation, putting like an hour for the gym, having lunch, giving yourself timeline so that you don't have to encroach into exceeding what you should be doing at that moment, and covering it up kwanza with social media. Something else is be principled. When you have principles, I think nothing can stop you from achieving what you want. Say you can be principled enough to like make sure like the only time you're logging in is probably when you to check on work emails, you want to check on like how your content is doing, you want to check on like probably a friend of yours has told you if they've posted, maybe like just a few things that will keep you like into social media, but not that engrossed into it, let me see what else. Well, for me, I use say if you mostly like, okay, I can also like put it out there for like phone manufacturers, because people have phones nowadays. I know so many apps have come up like on how to manage your time well and all that, but there's also the aspect of say a phone manufacturer having it pre-installed. Like when you get a phone, it's just there. Like you just need to just put up your information there so that the phone reminds you when to do it and when to not do it, what you have to do and what you don't have to do. No. Like say a good example is when you have these apps for drinking water. Those things remind you like after every hour, hey, it rings so loud, so that you can remember to drink water. Some others like remind you, maybe like you've been sitting down for a while in the office, it reminds you to stand up, take a stroll, get back to a seat, because you don't want to break your back. Well, you're not in the club, so you don't want to break your back, and you're not old, so you're still young, so you'd rather just keep yourself healthy. No, drinking the water is keeping yourself healthy. Having things to do other than focusing on social media is also healthy, because you expound your mind. You don't fixate your mind on one thing. No. Yeah, those are my only solutions at the moment, but I'll give more down in the comments. Yeah.
I want actually to agree with you, whereby you're saying like, actually like for example like my phone, it came with an inbuilt like system whereby at the end of the week it tells you how much you've used, how much you've been on screen. It tells you like averagely. So sometimes you can look at it like, wow, per week, per day you're like 8 hours, for example, let's say 8 hours per day on your phone. Because definitely it's not that I'm calling, it's definitely social media and all. So you'll be like, hey, that's too much time, then you plan yourself to reduce. So for me, I agree with you. Or just have a system whereby put your priorities first, like you said, social media, most people on social media or social media itself, most of it is fake. People are living fake lives. Everything is fake. Some people are cloud chasing and all. So I believe that if you use your phone or use social media like minimal, you'll achieve so much more. Unless maybe you're a social media manager, that's your full-time job, that's okay. But I'm sure these people have their own type of techniques or how they do their work. So I believe like you should have like, maybe you tell, for example, like that celebrity, how she stays on Instagram like 30 minutes per day. So I think even you as an individual, if you can put like a limit, like, okay, I'll peruse all my social media accounts at a specific time. For me, I usually do this. For me, I usually have this thing of limit. It closes the apps. So per day, I have a certain time. So once I've used my, let's say for example, if it's 1 hour per day, the apps are closed, so I can't open it. So until the following day. So you find it hard to like control yourself or to be disciplined enough to, to limit yourself in using social media. You can as well try and use such an app. If your phone has it, you close the apps at a certain period, and then it opens at another certain period. And also again, everything is on social media. This is just a closing remark. We should also remember that social media has everything, has different types of people. So sometimes you can wake up, for example. I usually tell people, or personally, someone was saying some of the routines you can try and do The first thing in the morning, don't look at your phone. Like the first 1 hour, don't look at your phone. Because one thing, just a good example, you can wake up in the morning and you get a text. It's over, it's done. You see, your whole day is ruined. So, for the first 1 hour, when you wake up, don't touch your phone, no nothing, just think. Meditate, pray, meditate. Just do anything that, just be yourself. It's all about you and your thoughts at that moment. And then that's when you can look at your phone. Because remember, you can wake up and see some toxic stuff on the internet, and then it ruins your day. And that's a whole day wasted, So just take that 1 hour, just be yourself, enjoy that moment, read a book, take breakfast and all that. But social media addiction can be controlled. So yeah, you wanted something to say?
I just want to say, like, so many people wake up in the morning and check their phones. They don't even know if they can still talk. All they can hear, as in, you just wake up and touch your, hey, man, calm down, man. Sure, see if you can talk. See if you have a voice still. See if you can still touch something. Feel the world. Feel the reality of the matter before you get yourself into the fakeness, Like, try and focus on you first. Yeah, focus on you. Like, pray. If you're not spiritual enough, meditate. Like, if you're not that into religion or spiritualism, like, clean up, do something, focus on yourself first. Not everybody cares about you the way you care about yourself. So you need to know that you need to focus on yourself first. Like, if you're a Christian, put God first. Wake up in the morning, take a knee, pray, speak your mind, tell God what you want to go through the day, so that He can help you, like, place so many things. If you're a Muslim, Fajr, you need to kneel down and pray. As in, there's so many things that we keep on dodging that will really help us stay away from social media. For me, that's what I think. And that's what people should understand. Like, there's so many things you can do instead of just using your phone. So many things. You can discover your talent, you can focus, unaweza jituma, unaweza fanya kitu different na hiyo time yenye uko nayo ya kuangalia simu. Like, you can do so many things. You don't have to just check on your phone. Not unless it's an emergency, not unless it's something important, not unless it's work. Like, focus on yourself, do something for yourself. You never know, maybe it might take you somewhere, Yeah, so that's my parting shot, man.
All right, thank you so much, bro. You even did it so well.
No, thank you, man. Like, the Myles Show, greatest show in the world. You know how we do.
I hope you're capping though.
No, I'm not capping. See, you can see my hair. I have no cap on. Anyway, yeah.
But I'm really grateful that you came.
Yeah.
I'm sure our viewers have learned 1, 2, 3 things.
They should.
Yeah.
If they don't learn, I don't know where they'll be learning. I mean, if you didn't learn in school, learn from the Myles Show. Yeah. You get me?
So I feel it's really important that we believe that social media addiction is a thing. You can go through it without you not knowing, actually, Personally, I've ever been like into social media so much that I never realized it, yeah? So I believe that, there are steps to take to control the addiction. It's not that it doesn't mean that you're sick. It can be an illness anyways, but just take control of it. It doesn't take over you because, being on the screen too much, the social media is just a different type of environment. As much as we receive information from it, I'm thankful that social media is there because some things we learn through social media, at least it brings people together. Like, social media is like a whole global village. Like, we're one. You can have a friend maybe from UK and then you can communicate. You see, social media has that thing. At least you can travel the world without leaving your seat, Yeah.
You have to also think about your surroundings. Think about yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
The moment you think about yourself, nothing else matters.
Yeah.
You narrow it down to making yourself a better person. Yeah. Yeah. So, in as much as the social media is all about it, hey, slow it down, man. Slow it down.
It's true.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you, bro. One more last time.
No,
And
thank
hope
you,
to
man.
have
Thank
you more and more. I'll engage you further and further more
Yeah.
as the day goes and as the episodes come.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm sure our viewers have enjoyed having you here.
I hope so. I hope so.
Yeah. So thank you guys for joining us in today's episode. It was actually a very interesting episode, and I really loved what we discussed today about social media addiction. So remember, if you need help, just contact us, the Myles Show. Will really help you in ways to find out in ways in ways you can control the addiction of social media. But yeah, just remember that everything, too much of everything is poisonous, so just limit it. Have a good day. Be blessed. Remember to subscribe, like, and share.
Yes.
Thank you.
Should I shut myself out?
Shut yourself out.
Here's my bullet. Let me shoot my shot. Anyway, yeah. So follow me, Biashara Ashara on IG, Twitter. I mean, let's discuss. Let's take it somewhere. Let's take it somewhere where you guys are used to the social media. Let's go there. Let's talk. But ukiona nimepotea man, pia wewe potea bana. Usione, yeah, as in it's not to be disrespectful, but I have my timelines. Also have your timelines. So be blessed, stay fresh. Every day is a brand new day. Make it all about you. Oh yeah, and should I shout out my podcast?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, everybody on all platforms, The Sanity Loop. Find us there. So much content to talk about, so much to reason with, and so much to take from there. So much to learn. Like we are more into focusing on building yourself. So emotionally, spiritually, you know. See you there.